Hey guys, today is August the 16th of 2021, and I wanted to go over uranium spot price and as a bonus, throw in futures using Gann price and time technical analysis. As you can see, the big picture, long term, and this is my analysis and my opinion, is that we're going to go higher from here. A lot of the cycles that I've been using, the 20, the 10, the 15, a lot of stuff we're pointing for possible swing low and that possibly, and things are going to start trending higher. And 2021 looks like between 2020 and 2021, things were going to start going to the upside. Using some cycle analysis on the uranium spot, with the data that I have, the most important cycles that jump out are the 313, the 174, and the dominant cycle is the 47. So that is the strongest one right now, and that is currently active in the market. And as you can see, when you merge all those together, this is the smoothing cycle projection line that you get that is reflecting where possibly uranium spot prices in the future could head. And right now we're having a little turn. Right now we're at 32. But this is the big picture. So if you're long-term investing, this is what you're looking forward to in the next couple of years. Prices to continue higher, according to the cycle analysis. I figure I showed you that today, knowing that it's been an ugly day and things are kind of negative. Looking at the futures as a bonus, this is a UX2. As you can see, we had a sell-off signal here. MACD got negative, and there's some support coming into here, that 30.45, even right here, 29. And there's some trend lines that we're going to keep an eye on. But so far, it's still selling off. It couldn't hold at least 31. It's below that. I just wanted to show you that. And that's the upfront one. We go into the current one. I think it's at what, 30.50? Yeah, you can see right here, it's at 30.50, and there's some support here where it could maybe, kind of find a base, 30.25, but if it pushes lower, you got this trend line. The most important things are that we're making higher highs and higher lows. Once we start taking these lows and making lower lows and lower highs, then something is not right. But as of right now, we're making higher highs and higher lows. So even if we push down here, get down to 29, 45 or whatever, or even if it gets ugly and it goes to 27, and then we push up another leg higher and take out 34, that is good in my book, because that's still is part of trending higher highs and higher lows. We got this channel, or I think a trend line, where we're going to have to retest and hopefully break above it and fluctuate, back and forth. But the trend is, up. Right now, there's just weakness and other things that are happening in the, in the background. Let's go to this chart right here. This is the 200. Yellow is the 20. Gray is the 100. And the blue, or it's 50 SMA moving averages. You can see that prices are above the mobile band, so that is positive. You can see all the moving averages kind of bottoming out and now kind of pointing higher, which is going to take a while since it's monthly data. This is the 47 dominant cycle. So right now is just pushing lower. You can see that the linear regression channels are pointing up, so that is a good sign. The Gann fan, it's right now battling this angle right here. So you look at that, that is the 2x1. And that's where we're having this little, fluctuation back and forth. Fibos, you can see Fibonacci's, you got that 25%, 30.05. and 2802, and an extension of a zigzag extension. This is a very key level, 3058, right there. Just wanted to show you that on this chart. And lastly, you can see that on spot, one of the reasons we're having a issue here is because there is a trend line picking these swing pivot highs, and we stalled right there. That was at 33.93. I was assuming we were going to test it, but once you put that angle in there, you see that it's stalling right now. That is the 20, 31.02, and this is the 50, 27.17. This is a strong trend line right here. So what is happening is it's getting triangulated. It's a triangle pattern. So it could either break, I'm assuming it's going to break to the upside. I can't see why it will want to break lower. But you never know. Prices sometimes get erratic. But my hopes, and from what I'm seeing, is that we could probably pull back in, maybe test this again, kind of go sideways. Even if we have to go, back and forth, into the end of this year and into 2022, we're going to have to go one direction, either to the upside, which that's where my plan is, where I could probably see it going, or break down below. And my belief is that it's going to break to the upside with all the stuff that I've been seeing. Levels to watch, 33.93. And once we take out 40.50, next stop will, the end game is to get to 77, which is the gravity center point. But as of right now, that's where we're at right now. Let's put some cycles in here and see what we got going on. As you can see with the cycle, there's a magenta pushing in, and this is a big picture thing. You got the magenta, and you got the blue, you got the red one, which is the bigger cycle. So I picked out 4 of the most important ones. And once you make a composite of that, of all these important cycles, you get this pullback into next year. Is that going to happen? We'll see. And then it pushes higher, another leg higher into 2022. So hopefully, it's not this drastic. And if it does pull back, hopefully it finds support, which is okay. That's good. That's healthy. It finds support at 27. That'll give you an opportunity to get, you're not already in the equities, and then ride that leg up. But, this is all speculation. This is all analysis. It's showing you what the cycles are showing. So that's the composite. Fourier, if you had the Fourier on there, let's see, where are you, Fourier? You are right here. As you can see, the overtone here, harmonic, is pointing lower, but the long-term projection is pointing higher. So that remains to be seen. So we got to see how price action behaves towards the end of this year, where we're going to be at. If we could break above this trend line, then that's really good and that's really bullish. But as of right now, we're stalling. The Gann square, there's a lot of support here, and it was the timing that kicked in right here. May have affected it, turning there or not, but we'll see. Then I have another Gann square from a different swing pivot, and this one is kicking in right now in August. We'll see. And there is a strong level with the Gann square at 33.28, which we haven't gone there yet. So we'll see on that one. Using the yearly bar, we can see that 2017 has been strong. 2019 was a kind of weak, kind of consolidating, more on the weaker side. 2020 was very good, very bullish, and 2021, so far we are in the green. So that's looking good. Using quarterly bars, the last 3 quarters were very strong, very good, and now this one is kind of starting to get a little weak. And key supports, which will be this 28-ish, around there, $28. Resistance right now using the advance is 33.17 and that 37, but we haven't even taken out 33. Anything else I wanted to go over? I didn't want to make this video too long. I just wanted to show you. I'll give you an update of the uranium spot and throw in futures as a bonus. So right now it's a little weak. I think energy is maybe a little weak too. So maybe the energy sector is getting, a retracement. But we'll see how things are going to pan out. I want to just give a quick plug into John Quakes, Mr. John Quakes at Twitter. If you want to get in-depth, very in-depth fundamentals and things that are happening in the background in regards to the uranium sector, I just subscribed to his channel. Very informative, great content. Check out his stuff on Twitter. Very good information. And if you check out what his writings and his articles and what he's looking into, you can see why a lot of stuff is going on with the uranium sector. And you can put 2 and 2 together and you can come out to your conclusion that something is cooking right here. Something that's really cooking. And once everything is in place, all these moving parts are locked in and the big boys are ready to pull the trigger and rock and roll, you're going to see this thing break this trend line, break through 33, go head on to hit 40. It's not going to go straight up, come back maybe, that's just 33, and then blow right through and push higher, which reflects, just to remind you, the big picture. And we're going to go higher. If you like this video, if you like this channel, subscribe, hit the like button, and I'll keep you posted on my thoughts on the uranium spot price, futures, sector, using Gann, price and time, technical analysis.